Hey guys, I trust that you are doing well. Wayne Carey here, a professional life coach. We're here today to coach you and to help you in this particular area. There's a lot of times we find ourselves, we start, but we don't finish. And so today we're here to come alongside you to help you that when you start something, you want to show up and you want to finish. Because here's what happens to us when we start and we don't finish, it causes bad habits to develop in our lives. And so you would find yourself, it is not just one thing. When you look back over your habits, you find yourself, you raise your hand, you participated in this, you didn't complete it. Something happened. You walked away from it. You gave an excuse. Then you did something else. You started it, you didn't finish. You go into something else, you start that, and you didn't finish. And so what it is, it becomes as a habit, and this habit now becomes a habit that has a control of you. And you find yourself now, when you start something, you don't finish it because it's just natural for you just to walk away from it. But I want to bring you to this point. Whenever you start something again, you say to yourself, I am going to finish this. Because here it is now in life, so many people start, but there is a difference with those persons that focus and finish at the end. When they finish at the end, I'm telling you, there is a reward that comes with that. There is a confidence that comes with that, that, you know what, I started, I finished. And when you think of that journey, there is so much that happened on that journey. And when you end at the end of it, you are not the same person that start. You become a better person when you finish, what you started. And so it's very important, if you're going to start, finish. And if you're not going to finish, then don't start. Because you know what? You owe yourself that when you start, you're going to finish. Because if you don't finish, you're robbing yourself from the blessings that God has for you, and the blessing that you would receive from finishing. You rob yourself out of that. But here it is now. When we start, we're going to make up our minds today that when I start, whatever it may be, I'm going to finish it. And so I want to leave you with this. I love the way that the Apostle Paul wrote it in the book of 2 Timothy chapter 4, verses 7. This is what Paul says, the Apostle Paul. He says, I have fought a good fight. So what we have to understand, when we start something, there is opposition that's going to be in our path. That's a natural thing. Opposition is going to come with that. When we start, fatigue is going to set in. You have to fight against fatigue. So Paul says, I have fought a good fight. Yes. And then he says, I have finished the race. This is very important. We have to finish the race. Everyone in life, man, it's like we start, but not everyone finish. There is a distinction between the starters and the ones that finish. So he says, I have fought a good fight. I have finished the race. I love what he says. At the end, he says, you know what? I have remained faithful. Think about it. It's 3 F's: fight, finish, and remain faithful. I'm telling you. And when we do this, when we fight and understand, when we say to ourselves, we fight, we finish the race, and we remain faithful in that. The one that start that race, the one that starts whatever you started, whatever it is that you start, whether it is a business, whether it is a nonprofit, whatever you have decided to do, when you start, the person that start, I guarantee you, at the end of the day, when it's finished or when it's complete, you're going to be a totally different person. You're going to be transformed. Glory to God. This is how awesome it is. So Paul, he comes to the end of his life and says, I have finished my race. I've fought a good fight. I've finished my race. I've remained faithful. This is what we have to do. Fight, finish, and remain faithful. I love you. I bless you. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you again. I'm Pastor Wayne Carey from Wayne Carey Global Leadership Solutions, Wayne Carey Global Channel. Make it a great day, everybody. I love you. Bless you.